Welcome back to the Metronome Madness League. The Grave League Gengars going up against the Master Mewtwo's in round number 11. Snivy's on the field for the Gengars, while Rowlet is out for the Mewtwo. Snivy gonna start things off for us with a triple dive. Triple dive, of course, not very effective against the Rowlet. Not really gonna do much at all. So Rowlet gets a new turn, or its first turn, I should say. Here comes the Rowlet with the work up. So it's going to start by setting up, which is never a bad idea in these battles. The work up, of course, going to raise its attack stats. And Snivy now goes for a waterfall, still focusing on those water type moves, which are resisted. So not the best moves for the Snivy, but it does get to move first here with a stone edge, and that's avoided by the Rowlet. That would have been super effective. Good way to dodge by the Rowlet as it goes for an Aurora Veil. An Aurora Veil is not going to work. Of course, there is no snow out. There goes the Rock Blast, though. And it does hit with a super effective attack. Finally, Snivy took a while to get things together, and now Rowlet is in the yellow. Here we go, Rowlet going once again, this time the Vine Whip, and that barely does any damage. Now, Rowlet hasn't really chosen any good moves at all. At least Snivy has been on the offensive as it tries to go for an Endeavor. That does not work. And Rowlet will go once again. This time it goes for a speed swap. So it swaps speeds with the Snivy. Not sure that was worth it or not, but it will go first here. It goes for an Endeavor. And Snivy's in the yellow now. There goes a Judgment from the Snivy. The Judgment hits. Rowlet is in the red. Almost said yellow there. There we go. Rowlet will go now. It goes for a Revelation Dance. That's going to be a grass type Revelation Dance, which is, of course, not very effective. But Snivy is in the red. After that, the Aqua Step. Another water type move from the Snivy. So Rowlet does live. Despite already being in the red, it does hang on with just a little bit of HP. There goes the Rowlet now. It's going to go for a Memento. Oh, okay. Oh, but that was a bad idea to use. The Snivy has Contrary, so its attack and special attack will go up instead of being reduced there. And Rowlet will faint. So I get where they were going for. Rowlet was already almost out, so it was just going to leave while reducing Snivy's stats there, but it backfired due to the Contrary, so that was not a good move for them. Tink out for the Mewtwo's now as it goes for a pound, and Snivy will faint immediately. So the battle is still pretty even. The Gengars are 5-5 in the season so far, and the Mewtwo's are 6-4. Pretty close in record, and we'll see if the Mewtwo's can start to get an upper hand here. There goes the Tink with the head smash. That's super effective. Litleo was on the field for the Gengars, and it's all the way down into the red already. After that one hit, and Litleo will go for a Mud Shot. Looks like Tink has a berry to reduce the damage. So it does lose some speed after that, and it is in the yellow as it was super effective, but it did not do as much as the Gengars would have wanted. There goes the Hex against the Tinkatuff. And Tinkatuff is in the yellow. It goes for the Baby Doll Eyes. We'll lower Litleo's attack a little bit. Probably not necessary as it's in the red already. Just knock it out. That's all you have to do. Litleo goes for the Lunar Blessing and restore some of his HP. Not a good or not a bad idea. That's what I mean to say. But the Circle Throw from the Tinkatuff, and it knocks out the Litleo. So it tried to heal itself to stay in this battle a little longer. It just didn't work out for it. Now the Gengars are down to their last Pokemon, and it's the Milcery. So Milcery on the field for the Gengars. Quick Claw is going to allow it to move first. And it's going to Terrastalize here. So Milcery will change its type. And it's going to turn into the Grass type. So it's Grass type Milcery on the field for the Gengars. Going first thanks to the Quick Claw. And it's going to go for an Electric Terrain. That doesn't always have an effect on a battle. We'll have to see what happens there as a Tinkatuff now goes for a Synthesis. Oh, it's going to heal now. So Tinkatuff, smart move after being taken down to the yellow. It is back in the green after the Synthesis. And the Thunder Shock is not very effective. That was a good for the Milcery turning into Grass type. The Horn Drill lands though from the Milcery, and Tinkatuff is taken out a one-hit KO. Not something you expect to see, but it happened. And now the Mewtwo's are down. Even after killing their Tinkertuff, they have to send out their Shroomish. What a good move by that Milcery. Shroomish is going to terrestrialize as well here. And it turns into a Fairy type. So the Fairy type Shroomish up against the Grass type Milcery. Shroomish going first here, goes for the Safeguard. So going to protect itself here as Milcery takes his turn. Now Milcery will go for a Burn Up, but not a Fire type, so it will not work. Shroomish goes, and it goes for close combat. Decent move. Milcery almost at half of his health. Shroomish does lose some defense there. That could have an effect on the battle as Milcery goes once again. This time it goes for a Curse. So it will lower its own speed and raise its attack and defense stats. So that's going to work out well for it. As the Quick Claw activates once again. So Milcery will be moving first here. It goes for the Vine Whip. Vine Whip is a stab move for it. It's a critical hit as well. Shroomish doesn't resist as it changed into a Fairy type. It is all the way down to the yellow. And Shroomish tries to go for a Baton Pass. Of course, there are no other Pokemon on the field for it, so that fails. Does get to go again, and it goes for the Water Spout. Water Spout not very effective, plus Shroomish barely has any HP. Milcery takes that easily. Does go for an Icicle Crash here, and that will finish off the Shroomish, and the Gengars get the win. Now, both teams are 6-5. If you enjoyed that match, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more of the Metronome Madness League, and I will see you in the next one.